6 square root of 2. This breaks up as 16 and 3, which is 4 square root of 3. This one breaks up as square root of 4 square root of 15, which is 2 square root of 15. This one breaks up as square root of 16 square root of 5. 4 square root of 5. Alright. Square root of 16 square root of 2 is 4 square root of 2. Pick a number from 1 to 20. The winning numbers today are 3, 8, 12, 15, and 20. The objective today is to simplify radical expressions. You'll have a test tomorrow. It'll be multiple choice with 5 extra credit. Flashcards. Say the answer out loud when you think you know it. 4 square root of 5. 10. 11. 16. 25. 4 square root of 2. Yes, 8 square root of 5. 5 square root of 5. 5 square root of 6. 5 square root of 7. 10 square root of 2. 48. 4 times 4 is 16 times 3. 48. 18. 24 square root of 3. 36. Example 1. There's 3 square root of 2 on top and 4 square root of 3 on the bottom. Nothing can simplify. So you have to multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 3. And get 3 square root of 6 on the top and 4 times 3 on the bottom, which would be 12. So 3 over 12 reduces to 1 over 4. So the final answer would be square root of 6 over 4. Example 2. 20 square root of 12 over 16 square root of 8. Clearly you can reduce here. 20 over 16 can reduce to 5 over 4. Now the 12 over 8, if I take 4 out of both of those, I would end up with square root of 3 over square root of 2. But from yesterday, you learned there's another way you can do this. Instead of taking out the largest number from 12 and 8, what could I do? Yeah, it could be the smallest. In this case it is. It doesn't always have to be. But if you take out the smallest in this case, you get square root of 6 over square root of 4. How does that help? Yeah, on the bottom you have a perfect square under the radical sign, so it's 4 times 2, which is going to be 8. And you're finished. There's nothing else you can do to it. Here's the same problem again. I don't have time to explain why that's down there as well. But 20 over 16 reduces to 5 over 4. And then if you take out 4 from 12 and 8, you'll have the square root of 3 over the square root of 2. Multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 2 to get 5 square root of 6 over 8. Practice 1. For this one, we're going to have to simplify first and get a division by 4 here to get 3 over 2. Now for this one here, for the square roots, if I divide by 3, I get the square root of 2 on top, and then the square root of 4 on the bottom. And with that, I can have 3 square root of 2 over, actually that's going to be 4. Yeah. And that's it. I'll write it a little better. 3 square root of 2 over 4. Here's the same problem, done a little differently. We're still going to factor out, or reduce 12 and 8 to get 3 over 2. But for square root of 6 over square root of 12, we're going to end up with square root of 3 over square root of 6, dividing by 2. Multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 6 to get 3 square root of 18 over 12. And the 18 breaks up as 9 and 2. So this would be a 3 times 3 is 9. Square root of 2 over 12, and then reduce the 9 over 12 to get 3 square root of 2 over 4. The answer to the bonus problem is 18. Answer to this bonus is 10 square root of 3. Answer to this one is 20. It's a perfect square. Practice 2. For the practice problem, multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 2 to get 4 square root of 6 over 18. That comes from 9 times 2. 4 over 18 reduces to 2 over 9. 2 square root of 6 over 9. Should be 10 square root of 5 for this bonus. This one breaks up as 402. So 20 square root of 2 is the answer. Bonus number 3. This one breaks up as 110. 10 square root of 10. Perfect square. Answer is 15. This one is 4 square root of 5. Breaks up as 16 and 5. I had that. 4 square root of 4 square root of 5. That's 4 times 2, which would be 8. square root of 5. You have 3 from this, and then 2 from this. 3 times 2 is 6. Five times 5 is 25. This gives you a 5. Answer is 125. Pick a number from 1 to 10. The winning numbers today are 4, 7, and 10. Example number 3. We had problems where we used the difference of two squares to our advantage. And we had things like this. 4 plus the square root of 2 times 4 minus the square root of 2. That's the factored version of a difference of two squares. It's the same quantity except the signs are different. And when you have that case, you can square the 4 to get 16. Always put a minus sign. And then square this to get a 2. Answer would be 14. Example 4. 5 plus the square root of 10. 5 minus the square root of 10. Square this to get 25. Use a minus sign. Square this. Did I say to get 10? No. I said 25, didn't I? For some reason, as soon as I wrote that, I thought I said 10 and wrote 25. Square this to get 25. Put a minus sign. And then square this to get 10. Answer is 15. On the practice problem, you will have 100 minus 5. Answer is 95. Answer is 7. Bonus number 2. Oh no. On this bonus problem, you have 2 plus signs, so it's not a difference of two squares. So you have to multiply them like this and then like this. You should come up with 8 times 8 is 64, and then plus 8 square root of 3 plus 8 square root of 3, and then just simply plus 3. 64 and 3 is 67, and those combined will be 16 square root of 3. Bonus 3. Alright, we have 16 minus 9, which is 7. On the practice problem, square this to get 16, put a minus sign down. Square this to get 4 times 2, which is 8. Answer is 8. Three times 4 is 12. This times this is square root of 10. 12 square root of 10. 30 square root of 6 is the answer for that bonus. Answer to this one is 5 square root of 5. Everybody had that one. 10 square root of 2. This one breaks up as 402, so the answer is 20 square root of 2. Pick a number from 1 to 8. The winning numbers are 1, 2, 3.